You know, sometimes the changes in our bodies are so quiet. No pain, no fever, nothing obvious, yet they can be dangerously serious. That's exactly the case with high blood pressure, the silent enemy of older adults. Many seniors believe that high blood pressure is just a natural part of aging. Everyone has a little bit of high blood pressure at this age. I've heard countless times. But the truth is more alarming. In fact, one-third of all strokes in the elderly are caused by undetected high blood pressure. What's worse is that high blood pressure often doesn't show clear signs. No sharp chest pain, no severe dizziness, no sudden shortness of breath like most people expect. It creeps in quietly, unnoticed, until something serious happens. I've seen many people arrive at the hospital too late, simply because they didn't recognize the small, silent warning signs their bodies had been trying to send. That's why learning to spot the 7 hidden symptoms of high blood pressure is so important, especially for those of us over 70. The good news is, if caught early, stroke and other serious complications can be prevented. You don't have to be a doctor, just someone who listens more carefully to your own body. In today's video, I'll walk you through these 7 signs, small things, maybe, but powerful warnings that deserve our attention. Let's begin with the very first sign, something that seems minor but may be your body's quiet call for help. Many people think morning headaches are due to poor sleep, but sometimes they're actually silent warnings from your blood pressure, especially those dull, nagging pains you feel right after waking up, the heaviness around your temples or at the back of your head. They shouldn't be ignored. Why do they happen in the morning? Medical research has shown that our blood pressure tends to rise slightly during the night. When this goes unnoticed, it can increase pressure on the blood vessels in the brain, causing that dull morning headache. Instead of waking up refreshed, you feel foggy and tired. That could be your body trying to tell you something. Take Edward, a 72-year-old man from Florida. He shared, "I used to get these dull headaches in the morning. I just thought it was the weather or a bad night's sleep. But when I finally got checked, the doctor said my blood pressure was spiking during the night and I had no idea." Since then, Edward began checking his blood pressure more regularly and adjusted his sleep habits and diet. The morning headaches, almost gone. What's concerning is that many older adults mistake this symptom for simple tiredness or aging. But if you notice these morning headaches persist, especially along with fatigue, dizziness, or poor sleep, it's time to check your blood pressure. Something as simple as taking your blood pressure right after waking up could help detect early signs. Remember, prevention is always better than emergency. It may seem like just another tired morning, but the next symptom is even more overlooked. Have you ever stood up and suddenly felt dizzy, needing to grab a chair to steady yourself? Many seniors assume this is just part of aging, but in truth, it may be an early sign that your blood pressure isn't stable. When blood pressure rises or drops suddenly, your brain might not get enough blood quickly enough, leading to lightheadedness, unsteadiness, or even brief moments of disorientation. This is especially common when changing positions, like getting up from bed or rising too fast from a chair. Some people dismiss this as normal for older age, but frequent dizziness should never be ignored. It may indicate that your blood pressure is fluctuating, which increases the risk of falls, fainting, or in some cases, mini strokes. Pay attention if this happens multiple times a week, especially if it's accompanied by fatigue, nausea, or cold hands and feet. In such cases, it's wise to get your blood pressure checked immediately. One simple but important tip: don't rush when standing up. Sit up slowly, pause for a few seconds, and then rise. This gives your body time to adjust, preventing sudden drops in blood pressure. Also, make sure to stay hydrated, sleep well, and eat a balanced diet to help keep your blood pressure steady and reduce these dizzy spells. Up next is another common warning sign, one often mistaken for the ordinary effects of aging. Mr. Thomas, a 76-year-old from Florida, used to think that blurry vision or flashes of light were just part of getting older. But during a routine eye exam, his eye doctor discovered something more serious. His high blood pressure was affecting his retina. You see, the retina, the part of your eye that captures images, is very sensitive to blood vessel pressure. When blood pressure is too high, the tiny vessels in your eyes can get damaged, leading to blurred vision, distorted shapes, or flashes of light, especially when moving from dark to bright environments. If you've experienced these symptoms, don't brush them off as just aging eyes. These could be your body's early warnings. Hypertensive retinopathy, the condition caused by high blood pressure affecting the eyes, can lead to permanent vision loss if not detected early. Mr. Thomas shared, "I thought I was just tired or strained from reading too much, but after checking my blood pressure and getting a retinal exam, I learned I had mild damage." Thankfully, after adjusting his lifestyle and diet, his vision has stabilized. A simple but crucial reminder: seniors should have a comprehensive eye exam at least once a year, especially if you've ever been diagnosed with high blood pressure. Remember, your eyes aren't just windows to the world, they're also mirrors of your vascular health. And it's not just your vision. High blood pressure can quietly affect your heart, too. Have you ever felt your heart racing or pounding even while resting or after light movement? If so, don't dismiss it as just a moment of tiredness. Heart palpitations or a rapid heartbeat can be a sign that your heart is working too hard, often due to high blood pressure that goes unnoticed. When the pressure inside your arteries rises, your heart must pump harder to circulate blood. This overexertion can cause your heart to beat faster, creating sensations of pounding, racing, or even restlessness and difficulty sleeping. According to a 2023 study by the American Heart Association, nearly 40% of adults over 70 with high blood pressure reported experiencing heart palpitations without realizing it was related to their blood pressure. Many confused it with anxiety, tiredness, or just aging. What's concerning is that prolonged rapid heart rate can overload the heart and eventually lead to heart failure or arrhythmias, both of which significantly increase the risk of stroke. Advice for seniors: pay attention to small changes in your heartbeat. If you notice unusual palpitations or persistent restlessness, it's best to check your blood pressure and talk to your doctor, even if there is no pain involved. Have you ever felt unusually tired after just light activity? That may be the next important sign we'll explore. "I haven't done anything strenuous, yet I feel completely worn out." Those were the words shared by Mr. Thomas, 76 years old, during a health consultation. He said that he used to be quite active. Every morning he would walk around the park near his house. But over the past few months, he began to feel sluggish and weak, even when doing simple tasks like folding clothes or going to the grocery store. At first, he thought it was just aging, but the feeling of persistent exhaustion day after day began to interfere with his ability to focus or enjoy his favorite activities. After a health checkup, his doctor found that his blood pressure was consistently high in the mornings, something he hadn't noticed before, as there were no obvious symptoms. It turns out that high blood pressure forces the heart to work harder, while the brain and body may still be undersupplied with oxygen-rich blood, leading to a constant state of low energy and unexplained fatigue. If you've also been feeling constantly tired, lacking the energy to do things you once enjoyed, don't rush to blame aging alone. Try checking your blood pressure in the morning. It could be your body's quiet way of asking for help and care. Here's a small tip: getting enough sleep, eating well, and regular blood pressure monitoring can help you maintain better energy throughout the day. Another surprising sign is coming up next. Don't miss it. Many seniors believe that nosebleeds are normal, especially during dry seasons. But in reality, If nosebleeds happen frequently without any clear cause, it could be a hidden sign of high blood pressure silently damaging your blood vessels. When your blood pressure rises, the pressure inside your arteries also increases. This can weaken delicate vessels, especially small capillaries in the nose, making them more likely to rupture. That's why a random nosebleed might actually be your body's early warning sign. According to the American Heart Association, up to 20% of people with high blood pressure are undiagnosed until they experience complications like nosebleeds, dizziness, or morning headaches. Of course, not all nosebleeds are caused by hypertension, but if they occur repeatedly, especially in the morning or after exertion, you should seriously consider checking your blood pressure. You can also help by keeping the air humid, staying hydrated, and avoiding habits like excessive nose blowing or picking, which can worsen the problem if your nasal vessels are already weakened. Remember, your body always whispers before it screams. Don't ignore the small signs. They could be protecting you from something much bigger. And next comes a final symptom that's quiet but extremely critical. Many miss it until it's too late. Have you ever felt short of breath even after just a few steps, climbing a few stairs, or walking around the house? If the answer is yes, this might be your body's final but extremely important warning. When high blood pressure persists, it causes the heart to work harder, pumping with more force to circulate blood throughout the body. Over time, this extra effort puts strain on the heart and circulatory system, making it harder to breathe even with minimal physical effort. Many seniors assume it's just due to aging, but the truth is, high blood pressure may be silently exhausting your heart. The good news is, you can prevent, manage, and even improve this symptom with a few simple daily habits. Practical solutions you can apply at home. Check your blood pressure regularly, especially if you feel winded after walking. A basic digital monitor can become your trusted daily companion. Maintain a healthy weight. Try to stay within an ideal range for your height and age. Excess weight forces your heart to work harder, increasing the risk of shortness of breath. Practice deep, slow breathing each morning or during anxious moments. Sit down and take deep, slow breaths for 5-10 minutes. Move gently and often walk around the house. Do light stretching. Avoid sitting too long as it slows circulation. Cut back on salty foods. Lowering sodium helps ease the strain on your heart and blood pressure. Drink enough water. Dehydration thickens the blood, forcing the heart to pump harder, which can lead to fatigue and breathlessness. Sometimes, subtle signs like mild shortness of breath are actually major warning signals. Listen to your body and take action early, and you'll begin to feel real improvements every day. Now, it's time to summarize the 7 silent symptoms you've just learned, and take the first step toward protecting your heart and your blood pressure. Let's quickly recap the 7 hidden symptoms of high blood pressure. 1. Dull morning headaches. 2. Dizziness or mild imbalance. 3. Blurred vision or flashes of light. 4. Unusual heart palpitations. 5. Prolonged fatigue without clear cause. 6. Nosebleeds without reason. 7. Shortness of breath during light activity. Maybe you've experienced some of these signs yourself or noticed them in a loved one. They often appear quietly, subtly, so it's easy to dismiss them. High blood pressure doesn't make noise, but its consequences can be unpredictable. But here's the good news. You don't need to worry too much. Caring for your health doesn't mean doing anything extreme. It simply starts with listening to your body each day and noticing small changes. Looking after your health isn't about big moves. It's about the small things done consistently. Sometimes, something as simple as checking your blood pressure each morning, drinking enough water, or cutting back on salt can help prevent strokes, preserve memory, and keep you independent and sharp as you age. Have you ever experienced any of these 7 warning signs? Share in the comments below. Your story might help someone else stay safe. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more senior-friendly health tips. Wishing you peace, strength, and vibrant health every single day.